that you said on an early podcast that um, you prefer to only play one character ever, and you said you solely play Mario. And I would actually not recommend doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. For deciding your main, that is just fine if you want to. If you're when you're playing your highest level matches, yeah, you can play your best character, obviously. But I would definitely recommend learning how it feels to play every single character, even if you don't end up playing more than 10 matches. I still would recommend that you at least try it, just to get a feel of what they can do and what they can't do, and what their good options are and what their bad options are.
Gotcha. So, I mean, at the end of the day, how many alternates would you say you have? Because you're like a Diddy Kong main, right?
Yeah. In bracket, I have pulled out Doc, Mario, Ness, Falcon, not really Falcon though, Meta Knight, Cloud, Donkey Kong for jokes, and I used to main Yoshi. And I've used Pikachu a number of times. I started picking him up and then I stopped picking him up because he's really technically challenging. But I'm going to go Ike to start because Ike and Lucina are both really standard characters that I like to use to see how good other people are. Because Ike is really honest, and you need a lot of basic fundamentals to play Ike well. And Lucina.
Okay. The last time I played with Ike, I launched myself off the map to my death to lose. It was very, very sad. Also, it was very funny. So how many tournaments have you played in?
Well, I mean, I have been to more than I can count for things with less than 30 people. But with things in more than 30 people, I've been to like 6 maybe.
Okay.
That's still a whole bunch more than we've gone to.
Yeah.
Good game, man.
Good game. Yeah.
So what are some fundamental things that you could say right off the bat that would help us improve, or possibly what are some things that we could do, even as just things that we could practice on a regular basis?
I definitely recommend doing it with people. CPUs kind of suck, but always playing the game is better than never playing the game. So it's much better to play with CPUs than to never play. In person is much better than online, but online is, it's not awful.
What about as far as just like when I'm watching you move, it's definitely different than the way I move.
Okay, I know what you mean. We can here, I'll just say that because I do a lot. I do a lot of movement. I've just practiced a lot of movement, and I feel comfortable in whatever character I'm playing. Something like if I'm better, something like Perfect Pivots is really a comfort thing. I can, but just things like just jumping around. It's just playtime, honestly. Being able to control your character, specifically the jumping and the drift, that's drifting right and that's drifting left. That really helps you play your character better. If you can just be comfortable with any character and their fall speed and things like, I know that I can full hop onto this platform, but I can't short hop onto this platform. Like just things like that.
Okay.
I guess, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll play.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and fight it out, and then I'll ask some more questions after you're done.
Say comment on that Bayonetta. So one thing that you really have to learn playing Bayonetta is that you have to be able to get out of disadvantage, and Bayonetta has really good tools, like back air. You can side B, like you always side B really high, and then I could just run up and grab you, and you never like threw out a back air or anything to scare me to not just run up and grab you. And Mario's grab is so good that I was just able to do that over and over and get a lot of damage. Also, just jump a lot more, use more aerials like back air. You know, up B is always a really good move. Fair on shield is good.
From chat, Super Nintendad's asking, are there any characters that you would suggest not trying at all? Are any that are so low on the tier list that you won't get anywhere with them?
That's personal preference. You can have fun with any character. I have, I've played some DDD players, and they are completely frustrating to play against, and it's not very fun. But I did lose. I have lost some of those games. So it is possible to win with any character. But obviously the tier list is a tier list because some characters are better than others.
Right.
But to answer your question directly, if you want to do well, pick a top tier. I'm going to say that. There isn't any character that I would not recommend ever to play in bracket. But if you love the character and you don't get super frustrated, losing to, if you're Jigglypuff, losing to dying to Luma's up air at 10%, if you're not getting super frustrated about that and you still want to play that matchup, then go ahead. Play what you love, but if you want to win, pick a top tier. We can play.
All right.
Unless you have something. Okay.
No, yeah, let's go for it. Crawler, you got any questions?
I'm just trying to think, I guess, on just how broken is your controller with that kind of movement around? Is it very loose joystick, or is it kind of just muscle memory on how you're moving around?
I would not call it broken in. Oh, come on. Okay, that was supposed to be a jab lock. Kind of frustrating. But I wouldn't call it broken in because I actually have two controllers. And so when one of their control sticks gets frayed or whatever, then I'll just use the other one. And then I have to get it replaced. It's just doing a lot. I guess I wouldn't say too broken in, and my movement, it's not fantastic. It's not unbelievable. If you took time into just practicing movement and just jumping around the stage and making sure you can drift and do all kinds of drifts and short hops, however you like. And that'll also come with just playing more.
What's your mindset going into some of those tournaments? Is it hard to stay? Are the nerves pretty intense, or?
They can be with any sport. I'm pretty versed in playing things like that and being under a lot and being under stress. But if at first, I definitely think it's extremely intimidating. But if you just do it more, if you go to more things and play more people, and then all of a sudden those people that those people that you kept losing to badly, they just end up being kind of your friend. So it's more casual fun and not as intense. But then when I've gone out of state for an event, then it does kind of bring back nerves. And to counter that, you just have to feel comfortable. I don't know that, and it works differently for every player, but that's just like a sports mentality. How are you going to feel comfortable?
Are there any breathing exercises you recommend? Or I'm just messing around. I'm just kidding. So when you talk about practicing, like what amount of time have you put in to? I think you said you had over 1,000 hours into the game.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like, if what does practice for you look like with Smash 4? Did you have somebody local to play with all the time, or did you have to do quite a bit of online? How much time do you spend with the computer just working on movement? Kind of break those things down for us, if you don't mind.
Do you have a preference on who I play? Just ask that.
No.
Like,
No, not at all. You like. I'd love to see some of your best, so if Diddy is your main, like
I'll play Diddy. Okay. I mean, you're just gonna get hit by a banana down tilt and then grabbed over and over because that's most of what Diddy is.
I'm not. I'm gonna jump off the stage and let you pound on Crawler, so it's fine.
And my practice is going to go to a friend's house and we'll play, and we'll just play for 2 hours, and we'll work on matchups or playing. A large percentage of my hours played is by myself, honestly, which is not great for like a perfect practice session. Most of it being by myself is not ideal. But it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. Time on your own is not bad, but I would definitely recommend as much time as possible with friends in person.
Do you play the 3DS version at all?
Yes, that is. I've spent a high chunk of hours into that 1,000 is on the 3DS, and I'm not necessarily proud of that because it feels a lot different than Wii U. The controller and the screen and everything about it. But
physics in the game though should be about the same.
They
right?
they are the same. They are identical, but it just feels off sometimes.
So all right, let's get my butt kicked here.
When you were playing the 3DS, was it like for glory matches or against the computer or?
Wow, that was insane.
I would never recommend playing for glory on 3DS because lag is awful on 3DS. So almost 0 was spent. On For Glory on 3DS.
Nate, who is the character you like to play against the least?
The least? It used to be Sonic, but then I became a Diddy main, and so Sonic isn't as much problem because Banana sucks for Sonic.
Because of how fast he is, he slips on it all the time?
No, Sonic relies on spin dashing on the ground, and when you have a banana in between you and your opponent on the ground, Sonic doesn't like that.
Gotcha.
But now, I don't know.
There's no one at a tournament when you fire up the game.
I don't like zoners. I don't like zoners at all. Like Duck Hunt, Toon Link.
Can you give me the definition of what a zoner is and
So a zoner is a playstyle that is optimal for the character to play. Kind of like rush down, like a rush down half grappler. That's what Mario is, because he tries to get a lot of grabs, and he has short limbs to get in your face. I don't. But a zoner is when you have a lot of projectiles and ways to keep your opponent out, so they're not able to hit you.
Okay.
So you're not hitting them with tilts and things like that, but you're hitting them with the can or the boomerang.
I see.
That's what zoning is. Things, long-range projectiles that put them in a situation that they can't hit you at all.
You don't have with Diddy. There's not a real good way to counter it.
It's not necessarily the character. You'll see if you know of him, Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Zero obviously did a lot of the metagame for Diddy, and he is able to beat zoners. There are no, other than Raito, there's no, and Hyuga, there aren't really character zoners that are beating Zero or anything. And they're not beating Zero really, and Zero's gone. But
who is beating Zero? That is the question.
People on For Glory nowadays, but the problem is, I guess, that Smash is more about like spacing, and so if I'm, if we're both Mario, I can throw out, most like safe back airs, so my opponent gets hit if they try to run up on me, but like now if you have a can, if Duck Hunt has a can sitting next to him, now it's a different game. It feels like a different game, and it's not a fun different game.
Okay.
And also the Duck Hunt's can comes out on frame 1, which is kind of ridiculous. So when you're trying to combo him, like some of Diddy's things that I try to do, like nair into down air, like that's not guaranteed. So I have to, and so if he has a can that he can throw out on frame 1, that makes his options better, which is really frustrating. I would, for you, Josh, I would think about shielding more.
Yeah.
I know that's one of my weaknesses. I don't shield enough.
Crawler, I think he grabbed maybe once in that entire set, and he kept on doing things like F tilt and jab, and you just kind of fell into them or just got hit by them.
Mm-hmm.
One thing like very specific about Crawler, instead of, can I play Crawler's Bayo? I'm gonna show him some Bayo things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know grab and shield are my two weakest things, and I know that's like gateway into the competitive scene.
Bayonetta is so good in the air. Okay, like I can't express to you how good Bayonetta is in the air. So things just like jump back air, and like full jump neutral air, and like where you hold it like this, that's really irritating, like hard to get around. And another thing is that you don't always need to use your second jump right away. So like if you're off stage, like way out here, then I can up B, side B, jump, and then I could have up B'd again.
That's what you just did right there is unreal to me.
That's one thing I don't even realize, that after up B, you still have another. Okay, wow, that's She is broken. I just don't even think of that, just because of how Smash has been always ingrained in my mind that up B is you're screwed at that point.
Yeah, Bayonetta can also side B twice if she hits you. We'll see.
If she hits you, I did know that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and we'll see. up tilt, down tilt true combos into fair or up air. So like down tilt fair or down tilt up air. That's true. So down tilt is a really good move to use, like, and also just walk. Like walking, this is scary. This is scary. But yeah, walking, jumping, and you can just throw at aerials all the time because you're Bayonetta, and you can just do that. Honestly. All right, let's play.
Walking is scary.
Is there a way to read a fish like so? When I up B, and I know the juggle all the way off the map. Is there a way to read which way they're gonna pop out of the up B to side B into them?
It's whichever way you're facing.
Okay.
But there's a lot of Bayonetta just forces you. I'm not gonna go into it, but there's a thing called Smash DI, and it's really complicated. So I won't go into it obviously today.
All right.
But so Bayonetta combos, if you're playing someone that's really good, they might be able to get at Bayonetta combos really weird with Smash DI. So, but yes, when she is whichever way she's facing.
Okay. Yeah, because I've seen I think high level play of somebody taking with Bayo taking somebody off the map at like 10 or 12% or something like that.
So there were some terms you just used, true and fair. Can you elaborate on those?
Okay, so there are terms. There are short terms for moves because people are lazy in the world and they don't want to say full words. So so fair is just the shortened version of forward air.
Okay.
True. I mean, I kind of used the word true kind of loose, kind of incorrectly. I don't know, but when something is you can always get it.
Okay, because I've heard the term before. I was watching some. I think it was like the beefy Smash dudes or whatever, and that
is a good channel.
They were talking about like basically
so
the
I didn't
down
have a jump there.
the
I
up
used my
air
jump too soon.
the up, like after a grab and then throwing him up and then hitting him immediately with a down air, like they were basically saying that it's not always true. Like there are ways to get out of it. Whereas if a move is truly true, I'm doing finger quotes, you basically there's not a way to combo or not a way to get out of it, right?
Yes, that's the idea.
I see.
But there are certain percentages for everything.
Right. Of course.
Like okay, I just messed up. Bayonetta down tilt to up air is a kill confirm. It's the same thing as something that kills at a certain percent, and it's true. It's a kill confirm.
Let's talk a little bit about. I was talking about teching on the like doing the techs, on the podcast a little bit, and can you break that down for us a little bit and maybe show us a couple examples?
Teching is when your character puts them onto the wall or the ceiling or the ground faster and doesn't have them get bounced off. So did you go to like
I think I had a video.
Omega? Did you go to Omega stage or Final Destination?
I think I did.
So to do a tech, I'll try to show it, but it's really hard because it requires pressing your shield button in a certain time frame. Crawler, you can stay in this because we might need you. Okay, so put like 50 damage on me ish. Okay, that's fine. So okay, throw me up in the air and I'm gonna try to tech on the. Okay, do it again. Okay, so did you see that?
Yeah, you went right to a backflip, or like the way you got up anyway. You were immediately up. You didn't have the animation of hitting the ground and having the blue sparks and stuff.
Yeah, so just do it again. Okay, I'm blaming lag because I have to do it super early. So that was a tech roll.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mario, throw me down, I guess. Okay, try it again. So I'm trying to do a tech roll in like that. So you can tech in place or you can tech roll. Both are fine. I mean, that's not the right wording. They're both usable in different scenarios. It's all about the world of mind games. But here, try. Okay, so we're gonna try this thing. I air dodged. Did you see that? Okay, do it again. Sorry, throw me up in the air, and I'm gonna air dodge too early. And see how I landed with lag. Okay, do it one more time, and then I'm going to mass jab. I'm going to air dodge, and then that's me trying to mass jab. So I actually took a while after landing to use another attack, and it's much faster if you tech. You can. There are. I think the Beefy Smash dudes made a video about the stages to practice helping you tech, where essentially you just put lava on the ground or somewhere, and then you just jump into the lava, and then you put like a small ceiling on it, and then you just tech, and you get hit by the lava, and then you just tech, and then you just practice teching like that. You learn the window, and for every character, it's the same window. Don't get discouraged because we're online, and the tech window is hard online. But if you ever playing against CPUs or playing like with putting lava and working on teching like that, or if you're against CPUs or if you're playing real people, definitely practice teching because that is a very useful tool.
Okay.
It's a necessity because there are a lot of insane game 5s where it's 2-2 and it's last stock last hit. And and if it's Falcon against Mario could up smash at any time, or Falcon could Raptor boost at any time, and then Mario gets a back air off stage, and so I have to tech. And if I don't tech, I lose the game. But if I tech, then maybe I can get a down air, and you'll see. And if you ever, I don't know, yeah, but that's the idea. Just attacking off stage is to keep you alive, and teching on stage is a good idea most of the time.
I see. So to kind of just wrap this this video up here, what are just some really some good tips, just good advice that you'd give anybody just trying to improve their game?
Everything is very character matchup and player matchup. But overall, for everyone, play the game more, play offline with friends, and play and have fun because this game is fun, and the better you get, sometimes the more fun you have.
So play a lot.
That's my over.
Play a lot.
Play 1,000 hours. And
Play 1,000 hours.
Be this good.
With every character.
That's my overall tip. But yeah, I definitely recommend playing every character just because I can look at, I haven't shown you my Luigi, but I can look at this Luigi and I can tell you what he can do and what he's trying to look for. And since I've put, I don't know, 20 hours into Luigi, I can do some of those. I can do a lot of those things, and I can know what in Luigi's head what he's trying to look for, and that would not be misfiring is not one thing that I would be looking for as Luigi, but things like grabs, grabs, a lot of grabs is just easy thing with Luigi. Luigi tries to get a lot of grabs.
Gotcha. So it sounds like the playing multiple characters is not necessarily learning about how to improve with that character, but to learn that character's tendencies and
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
able to read those when you're having to play against them.
Tendencies and also just what they can do, because I know that Luigi is really slidey. So can you shield? This is something special with Luigi. See how far he slides?
Oh yeah.
Falcon doesn't do that. That's not something that Falcon does. See, I don't slide that much. Okay, unless my shield gets broken. But that's something special that Luigi does. And it sounded like you guys didn't know that. So that's just something you learn with just playing the character. You end up shielding a strong, like if you were to shield a knee, look at that pushback.
Yeah, it's wild. It's.
So every character is different, and you have to kind of know to really have success in this game. You have to know what every character can do.
Okay, so I know what we're gonna do when the Switch version comes out. And speaking of the Switch version, what are your hopes? What are you hoping to see? I'm glad I'm here for your musing. What are some things you're hoping to see in the new game?
I honestly love Smash 4 a lot, and I put a lot of time into it because I love this game. I kind of want to port because I know so much about this game that it would feel like a little bit of waste of my time if everything, if 80% of what I know about this game is just kind of thrown away because I have to learn a new game's mechanics. But I'm fine with whatever, honestly. Nintendo's going to make a good game, and it's going to be well balanced. I hope it's a lot like Smash 4, so I know a lot of the mechanics and stuff. Nerf Bayonetta.
Nerf Bayonetta, right? Is there anything in Melee that you would like to see make its way over to Smash Switch that wasn't in Smash 4? Like wave dashing or things like that.
I do know a lot about Melee too. I don't play it, so I'm not nearly as good. But I have a good amount of hours, and I don't know. I don't have a good answer. I don't really care.
Oh, that's fine. Are there any? Is there anything other than Bayonetta in this game that you wish was a little different? And your answer could be no. I mean, if you really just this game,
there are a bunch of little things that I'm not thinking of, but the one thing that I am thinking of at the top of my head is the untechable spin. So if let's say I'm at over 100% and Mario F tilts, there's a 1 in 4 chance that that the thing that your F tilt that hits me sends me into an untechable spin, and where we just talked about teching, where it is impossible for me to tech. So then if you get your F tilt and I get the untechable spin, you can immediately run up and that option select of teching or not teching, you have gotten rid of half of the option select of teching. So you know that I can't tech. And I don't like that.
I see.
And I don't like that. It's unfair that it's 1/4. I wouldn't be mad if it was guaranteed, but because it's 1/4, so it's harm. I think it's kind of harmful. And there are some things like that with this game, not just that. But that's what I'm thinking. That was what I thought of.
I gotcha. Well, cool, man. All right. Do you have like a Twitter or anything that you want to? Mention?
I'm not super active on Twitter, but you can check me out. I'm at FieldingWizard. I post about Smash 4 very infrequently.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Well, hey, if you are seeing this on YouTube and you've enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. If you got any questions or anything like that, leave them in the comments below. And I imagine we'll do this again. So, thanks for watching.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it
What's
again.
that? Go ahead.
I'll do it again. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Later.